Good morning, scholars, and happy Wednesday! I am so excited that you are here today with me. Welcome to Read Alouds with Miss Castle. Today we're going to be meeting two characters. So we're actually going to be meeting them. I cannot wait for you to be introduced to them. So you're going to have to stick around so you can see which characters we're going to be meeting today. Okay, scholars, our author of the week is Mo Willems. And there is Mo with two characters on a teeter-totter, or some people call it a seesaw. Who are those two characters? One is an elephant and one is a pig. Their names are Gerald and Piggy. Gerald and Piggy.
Hi, I'm Gerald. I'm the elephant.
And I'm Piggy! I'm so excited to meet you today! Yay! I'm Piggy! Did you meet my two characters? I have Gerald and Piggy. Oh, they are my absolute favorite. They sit by me all the time as I read stories. I love them so much, and I'm so glad you were able to meet them today. Elephant and Piggy. They're going to stick with me as I read. They're going to sit on my lap. Today I want us to look more deeper into Mo Willems' books. First, a lot of them have super big eyes. Even just take a look at Gerald. His eyes are super big. And we've seen the pigeon that we drew yesterday. The pigeon had really big eyes too. So a lot of his illustrations have big eyes. Another thing they have are motion lines. So when they're moving, they have lines next to them to show that they are moving. Say, swoosh, motion line. Swoosh, motion line. They also have speech bubbles. Go. Speech bubble. Speech bubbles. So when they talk, they have speech bubbles above their heads. Another thing they have is thought bubbles. Thought bubbles. So sometimes they are thinking something and they don't say it, but it's a thought bubble above their head. The last thing we see is all capital writing. So that's when all the letters are uppercase letters. They're capital letters, which means they're really excited or they're shouting. So that's the uppercase or capital letter writing. Let's take a look at a couple pictures by Mo Willems and look and see, do we see big eyes, motion lines, speech bubbles, thought bubbles, or all caps writing? Let's take a look. Here's my first picture. This is a picture with Gerald and Piggy. I see motion lines. And here's a motion line over here with Piggy trying to jump off the page. I see speech bubbles. The speech bubbles above their heads from when they're talking. And then I see it says, Thank-o-rama. I see all capital writing right here. So this picture by Mo has three of the things that we're used to seeing. Let's take a look at another one. This one says, Happy birthday. Is that a birthday cake? So we see the big eyes. Good job catching that one. We see the all capital writing for the word bird. And then we don't have any, we have some speech bubbles. But that's it. We have three also in that picture. Good job, scholars. The last one is, What will happen at school? And we have lots of motion lines. All those little lines next to them are motion lines. And then we have all caps writing. And we have those super big eyes. So we have all of them. And then what I really like about Mo's drawings as well is he has this really dark black outline on his pictures. So it kind of looks like he drew his pictures sometimes with like a black crayon. It has a very nice doodle feeling to his drawings, which I absolutely love. Okay. In our story, one of our characters, or both of them, are going to feel discouraged. Say, discouraged. What does it mean to be discouraged? Yeah, being discouraged is when you don't believe that you can do something, which, breaks my heart. Being discouraged means that you don't believe that you can do something. My sentence for an example is, I was discouraged when I tried baking chocolate chip cookies and then I burned them. So I was discouraged because I tried really hard and I believed I was going to make the best chocolate chip cookies ever, but then I burned them. So then I couldn't eat them. They were ruined and I was so discouraged. I thought maybe I was never going to be able to make cookies again because I was always going to burn them. Ugh, that's so sad. And then in our picture, we have a boy riding a bike. Some of you have tried riding bikes already too. And maybe you've fallen off and you get discouraged thinking, oh, I can never drive a bike. I can never ride on a bike again. I'm always going to fall off and get hurt. I'm getting discouraged. I don't want to keep trying riding my bike. So that's what it means to be discouraged. So in our story today, one or both of our characters are going to be discouraged. I also want you picking up on which characters are talking and when. So in our story, one character might be talking and then maybe the other character. So I want you thinking which one's talking. A big hint is the speech bubbles. Those speech bubbles are going to tell you who is talking and when. And they're also color coordinated. So pink speech bubbles are from Piggy, and the blue speech bubbles are from Gerald, the elephant. So that's also a really helpful hint to help you really think about which character is talking when in the story. I also want you looking for Mo's illustration style. So I want you looking. Do you see the big eyes? Do you see motion lines? Motion lines. Do you see speech bubbles? Do you see thought bubbles? What do you see? I cannot wait to hear what illustration styles you see in our story today. And the last one, which character was discouraged and when? Are you ready to see which story we're going to be reading today? I am. The story is, a big guy took my ball. And peek, I see a medal. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Okay, let's start reading. A big guy took my ball. This is an Elephant and Piggy story.
An Elephant and Piggy book. A Big Guy Took My Ball by Mo Willems. A big guy took my ball! Gerald? I found a big ball. And it was so fun! And then a big guy came. And he took my ball! I am so upset!
That is not good. That is not right. Big guys have all the fun. What about the little guys? What makes those big guys think they are so big?
Their size?
Well, I'm big too. I will get your big ball from that big guy.
My hero.
Here I go. Let's see how big this big guy is.
Scholars, I notice that now Gerald is not as confident as he was at the beginning. He now seems speechless.
Tiptoe, tiptoe. Ooh.
Well, did you get my ball back?
That is a big guy. You did not say how big he was. He is very big. He is bigger than I am. Much bigger. I am smaller than he is. Much smaller. He is so biggity big. Gerald!
Scholars, which character is feeling discouraged? And why?
You didn't get my ball back, did you?
I did not. Excuse me. Thank you for finding my little ball.
That is your ball? And you think it is little?
Well, I am big. So big that no one will play with me. Little guys have all the fun. Big guy?
Would you like to play whale ball with us?
What is whale ball?
We don't know. We have not made it up yet.
With a little help,
we can all have
big fun.
The end. Oh, the big guy took my ball. That is one of my absolute favorite Elephant and Piggy stories, and it was one of the biggest ones that won a big medal, which we're going to be talking about tomorrow. Hey guys, what did you think about the book? I loved it!
Oh yes, it was so good, and I'm so glad that Piggy loved it too.
Of course, Gerald, I loved it! I just love them so much, and I hope you did too. Okay, scholars, did you pick up on some of those illustration styles by Mo Willems? Did you see those speech bubbles? Did you see some motion lines? Motion lines! Did you see some all capital letters? You did. And did you pick up on that when Piggy's talking, it's a pink speech bubble? And when Gerald is talking, it is a blue speech bubble. I hope you picked up on those as well. I am so proud of you for enjoying that story today. Before anything, I have 2 things. Number 1, who was ever discouraged? Yeah, it was kind of both of them, but mainly Gerald. Gerald was so discouraged. He really wanted to get the ball back for Piggy. And he couldn't. And he was so discouraged. He kept trying, and he went up and he was like, oh, that's a really big whale. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. He was too discouraged. He was not able to get the ball. And he had to tell Piggy, I couldn't get the ball. But Piggy was pretty understanding. Who in the end had the ball? Whose ball was it? Yeah, it was the whale's ball. Too silly. Funniest part is that the whale thought the ball was little, but Elephant and Piggy thought it was a big ball. But the whale was like, thanks for getting my little ball. And it was just a normal sized ball, but then the big whale thought it was a small ball. I thought that part was super silly. Well, I am so glad that you enjoyed reading with Gerald and Piggy with me today. They are really excited that they got to meet you. And I bet you are excited that you got to meet them. Goodbye!
Before you leave, click the link below and fill out some questions about the story. Miss Caswell cannot wait to see what you said. Goodbye, scholars!